This approval really came as no big surprise. The U.S. and Canada had already signed off on the vaccine's use, and kids there have been receiving the jab for weeks now. Now, Emma's Human Medicines Committee said a trial of more than 2,200 children found the vaccine to be safe for use with no unusual side effects, and it's now up to member states to decide if and when to start using it. Germany has already indicated that it could start giving the vaccine to children as soon as next week.
Extending the protection of a safe and effective vaccine in this younger population is an important step forward in the fight against this pandemic. And so we recognize this important achievement.
Immunizing children who are far less vulnerable to severe disease has become an ethical hot potato because it could delay rich countries like those in Europe and the U.S. from donating their excess jabs to low-income nations, which are mainly dependent on charity to inoculate even their frontline workers and elderly. According to the World Health Organization, less than 0.5% of vaccine supplies has so far gone to poor countries, something that the head of the organization called a moral catastrophe earlier this month. Now, Emma addressed this concern on Friday, but essentially said that it wasn't their job to decide how countries use their vaccines. Their role is to assess the scientific evidence and then give an opinion on safety. And right now, national governments are opting to use their vaccines domestically. Europe is on track to vaccinate 70% of its adult population by the end of July. Meanwhile, the COVAX facility is facing a supply shortfall of nearly 200 million doses, and the WHO has sent out an urgent SOS asking for donations. There are people in Africa right now that may not get their second dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine because there just isn't enough to go around. And Europe has pledged to donate at least 100 million doses by the end of the year, but developing countries are hoping that those come closer to June than December.